So yesterday I talked about the wonder it is and the joy it is of having the wisdom of God within your heart. And when you have the wisdom of God within your heart, as we saw in Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 10 yesterday, it produces a joy and a passion for knowledge, as the Bible says right there, that it's going to be pleasant to your soul, pleasant to your very soul. And so when that takes place, what then is going to happen when the wisdom of God is truly within your heart and the knowledge of the things of God are pleasant to your soul, it then goes on in verse 11 and it says it's going to then create within you discretion will guard you. It says discretion will guard you and understanding will watch over you. So the wisdom of God being within your heart and the knowledge of God being a pleasure to your soul as a result of a fruit of the wisdom of God being within your heart, then discretion is going to guard you. It's going to guard you. It's going to be your protector, and also understanding is going to watch out over you. So what is it going to watch out over you from? As you continue to look in Proverbs chapter 2, it goes on to say, from those who, it says in verse 12 rather, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the paths of unrighteousness to walk in the ways of darkness, who delight in doing evil, who rejoice in perversity of evil, whose paths are crooked and who are devious in their ways. So from the ways of evil and from the ways of evil people, it's going to protect you. The wisdom of God within your heart and the knowledge of God being a pleasure to your soul is going to protect you. According to the Word of God, its discretion will guard you and understanding will watch out over you. You're going to know those evil ways of those evil people. It doesn't matter, how eloquently they speak. It doesn't matter how educated that they seem. It doesn't matter how influential they might appear to be. It doesn't matter how powerful they seem to be. You know the truth of God. The wisdom of God is hidden deep within your heart. And so when they come speaking all of these perverse things, you know that they are lies. You know that you're not going to fall for that trickery. You're not going to pursue that crooked path because you're on the straight path, and the knowledge of God is a pleasure to your very soul. It goes on in verse 16 and it says to deliver you from the strange woman, from the adulteress who flatters you with her words. She might try to flatter you with her words and try to give you all kind of flattering talk, but you know the truth. You understand the truth because the wisdom of God is within your heart. Verse 17 says that leaves the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God, for her house sinks down to death and her tracks lead to death. None go her way and return again, nor do they reach the paths of life. So you will walk in the way of good men and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright will live in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the treacherous will be uprooted from it. Because of the wisdom that you have of God within your heart, is that hidden treasure within your heart, and the knowledge of God is a pleasure to your very soul. You're not going to be tricked by that flattery of speech. You're not going to be tricked by that perverse talk. Yes, we all stumble and we all slip from time to time. We make mistakes. We lose focus. The wisdom of God within your very heart and the pleasure of God within your soul, of the knowledge of God within your soul, it's going to wake you up. It's going to put you on the right path. You're going to realize, hey, this isn't where I need to be. This isn't the things I need to be listening to. This isn't the direction I need to be pursuing. I need to be pursuing God's ways as that precious treasure. Because those who follow the path of wickedness are going to be ruined. According to the Word of God, destruction's going to come their way. And the wisdom of God lets us know that. Those who pursue that righteous path are going to be abundantly blessed. So would you pray this? God, allow the wisdom of your word and the wisdom of the knowledge of you, my faith in you, just continue to grow and increase within my heart. Hide it in my heart, but allow it to just flow out of me through everything I do. And allow the knowledge of you to be a pleasure to my very soul, that I pursue you and you alone through all that I do.